Trey's vocal sound, what are you doing for that? I mean, what mic are you using?
We switched to the Telefunken M81. I think that was in probably 2009, pretty much when Phish started. We had been using, I don't know what we were using before that, but basically Trey's on wedges. So it needs to live in a wedge, it needs to get loud in a wedge, and ultimately it needs to work at front of house as well.
Right, so rejection's the key.
Yeah, rejection and volume. And when we switched to that mic, the wedges were screaming. So I think, as I said on the podcast, to me, in my workflow, the front of house engineer and the monitor engineer, you're a team. Okay, I could maybe want to have a Neumann microphone, but if it doesn't work in wedges, that's the wrong choice of microphone.
Right.
I need to have a microphone that works on stage, because if they're not happy on stage, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. So we went basically with, it's a dynamic mic, works in wedges, and it keeps both worlds happy, and it keeps Trey happy.
Yeah, and what are you doing on the console once it comes to the console?
It really, probably the main EQ is it's pretty more just generic, just to get some low end out of his voice, and then just to take some sibilance out. I have a 31 band graphic inserted on his vocal as well. It just gives me, it helps, with feedback. It's the show's dynamic, vocals are dynamic. I think just having that little bit of extra EQ in the problem areas, I think just helps me out personally. And then the compressor I use is the Rupert Comp 830. Really, the reason I use that is I actually like the controls that are available to me. I want to be able to change my attack, my release. I think going through some of the other ones, I didn't feel they gave me the control I needed or wanted. So that's basically become my go-to compressor that I use on the console.
Oh, that's great.